The TriLog is a Google Sheet. The title's up here and you can put your name in that and make your own title. It's fairly easily laid out. It's all in one view on one spreadsheet. You've got the week of the year, month, day, and sections for swim, bike, run to record your training. You can use cell B2 just to jump to the week that you're currently logging. And here we see your coach can write in your week's training in orange, and as you complete the workouts you can change the color to black, and you can add any details on the training that you actually completed. So with the columns month, day, and the training here, there are two versions of the spreadsheet, one in metric and one in imperial. Here we are using the imperial version, so you've got yards for the swim. You write them in, and you write the hours that it took to complete. One trick of the spreadsheet is just to make sure if it's under an hour that you write a 0 first, then a colon, then the number of minutes, and the number of seconds, colon, the number of seconds, and that will come out correctly. If you just go and write 45, it will think that you've done 45 hours. So for the bike and the run, you've got distance and time, and also the average pace. There's a formula in here, so there's no need to write in anything in this column. Once you write in the miles and the hours, the pace will auto-calculate for both the bike and the run. So for example, if you did 5 miles here in 1 hour, this will auto-calculate. You have a column here for gym, which is any strength work that you do. You just do the total minutes that you worked on that. And again, this total triathlon training for the day in time, in hours, will auto-calculate for you. There are some other columns here, other exercise. For example, if you do rock climbing or go for a walk, you can type them in and just record those extra activities. You've also got columns here which you can choose to use or not. You can write in your weight. Often advised to do that twice a week, and it will give you an average for the week. You can keep track of your sleep, which is an important metric. And also your pulse in the morning is an interesting metric for how you're recovering. Perhaps the most important column of all is this details of training. So your coach will write in a workout here. For example, this is a swim workout, and once you've completed it, you might write in how fast you did certain parts of the workout. You can add a Strava activity link if you like, URL in there or Garmin activity link for extra details on the workout. And once you've completed that day or that workout, you can highlight it and just turn it black so you know that that's completed. And of course, you can overwrite anything that the coach has written just with what you actually did. There's also some extra space up the top for links to other external sites that relate to your training, Athlinks or Strava. And then this will, if you want an overall view of your year, you can press on month, and this will give you totals of distance and time for each month. So you can see how you're building up there. And the last column is an average of your weight if you choose to fill that in. The third tab down here is results, and this is where you can record any race results or time trials to see how you're progressing there. So you've got the race name there. Column B is the priority, so whether it was just a training race, you'd write a C, or if it was a more important race, it would be an A. the date that it happened, obviously, the distance in yards and time, and again, this third column will auto-calculate the pace for you. Um, so don't overwrite those columns for pace, bike, and run pace here and here. And you can also assign the rank that you finished, and this could be where you came in your age group for each discipline, and your overall time and rank here. Then there's this other column for USAT ranking. USA Triathlon does a ranking that compares races against competitors, and that usually gives a fairly accurate view of how you performed on that day in relation to other competitors. Comments, so here you can write things about nutrition, how that went, if there were any major obstacles, if the weather was exceptionally bad, things like that that may have affected your performance and that you could improve on for the next race. And here is another metric just to compare how your performance went. You can compare your time as a percentage of the winner of the race. And we've just got there's some raw data in graphs, and you can also make notes in this column, and that might be things like what races you plan on doing next year, etc., etc. Okay, there you go. There's a brief overview of how to use the TriLog.